But moving on, we have men's SECs.
You know what's interesting about these past few topics?
What?
Let's see, women's Big Tens, men's ACCs, women's ACCs, and now SECs. And I think it was around like the second when we got to men's ACCs, I was thinking in my head, man, we haven't even talked about like any individual results, any team results, any this or that. And I was like, I was starting to feel bad for the listeners, and I said, wait a minute, that's not what Night Swim is about. Like, go to SwimSwam for that stuff. Like, we're gonna talk about ACCs the way we want to talk about ACCs. Like, we're gonna give you a different perspective than what you probably heard 7 times this week already. Results.
Yeah.
Like, what more can I say about Claire Curzan's 200 backstroke? Like,
yeah. I think something else that's also unique about us, and Night Swim is always right, is because, I mean, I'll say it. I'm a master strategist. I was like, strategist. I was like, am I going to be the one who blows the word first? Right. And tactician. I'll say that. And to do that, you have to have a bigger picture of what's going on and kind of be able to predict, like, there's 10 things that could happen. If this thing happens now, only 5 of them are possible. Mm-hmm. And out of those next 5 things, if this thing happens, only one of them could happen, but I can predict the third order of events based off of how the first one happened and how that limited the option to influence the second selection to influence third selection.
Right.
So when I look back at everything that we talk about, like, we don't talk about a lot of the stuff that, I guess, just the details of things. It's like, what's going on behind the curtain?
Yeah.
Like, why is this important? Why is Claire swim so important? Well, one, because it just shows that UVA still got something going on, but then it also highlights the fact that the men are struggling even more. Mm-hmm. And then you get the number 1 recruit in the country, and I'm not gonna say he's struggling because he got his ACAT still in the IM, and 132 and 142 200 IMs are not anything to joke about. But 42 100 free. But you got to kind of, and this goes for everybody out there, you got to take a step back sometimes and really see what's going on. And anyway, yeah, I agree. we talk about the things that we see at the Night Swim way. There's no lifeguards, so we get permission to do that, or we give ourselves permission to do that.
Facts.
But okay, so men's SECs, obviously we could call it the Texas Invite plus the Josh Liendo show. Everywhere we go, it's a Texas Invite. Just get used to it. SEC, like Southeastern Conference, not anymore. They say the South is Louisiana to Georgia and Northern Florida. Texas is the home of the players and pimps showing naked ass in the great state of Texas. Third coast born, and we were Texas raised. Texas mother, that's where I stay. That's little Kiki the Dawn. Y'all know about that. But this is our show. But anyway, and by our show, I mean it's Texas's show. At that meet. But I think the thing that was kind of funny is Texas still can't sprint. Our 50 free was terrible, or not terrible, but we only had one, right? One big baller in the 50 and the 100. Josh killed it. 18-4 flat start, 43-0, 100 fly.
Crazy.
40.9 100 free, 17.5 relay split, 42.8 100 fly relay split, 18.4 leadoff, 39.4 closing the meet out with style. And then, of course, trying to mount it, the lane line and catching the Heisman. So we'll just talk about the men's side and then we'll go into the women's side. What do you think about the men's side?
First off, who gave Josh Liendo the Heisman?
I think his name's Gooey. Okay, I don't know who it is, but it was a Tennessee guy.
Was it? I thought it was
freestyle.
I thought it was
usually Gooey.
I thought it was Georgia.
Was it Georgia? Okay, I'm tripping. But yeah, just Josh was playing around though too, like he lost his balance or something.
So here we go. Do you think the guy was helping him out to not fall into his lane and he gave him a little boost back into his side? Or do you think that dude was hating and was like, get off my lane, son?
Both.
Both. Ooh.
Like Josh was trying to do his thing. He lost his balance and he's like, no, you ain't about to, like, you're trying to celebrate and you messed up. Like, nah, player. Nah. I'm not giving up my lane just so you can get your balance back and celebrate and shove them back over.
That was the funniest thing I ever seen. That was, I was like, hold up, he's about to do the night swim celebration. Psych.
Yeah.
Oh man, rob that dude of $2,000 right there.
Yeah, I figured he's probably about to do something ridiculous. The way he like tried to get on the lane line, I was like, oh, okay.
He was gearing up. He was gearing up like powering up like them Dragon Ball Z characters. He's about to do something. But homie from Georgia, whoever gave the push, come on the show. Let us know what you was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back to your question. It's so odd for me to still see Texas in the SECs. Like I keep forgetting they're in there, because my whole career they weren't.
Right.
But I think it's a better conference for them, honestly. Like it's more competitive where you used to be, where were y'all?
Big 12.
Yeah, whatever.
The Texas conference. That's really what it was.
Right. That was just what it was like 4 of you. Like 4
but I mean, so the Big 12 was pretty much started. It used to be called the Southwest Conference. It was like Arkansas, Mizzou, SMU, and then, Big Daddy Warbucks, Texas oil money decided we wanted to start our own conference with ourselves at the head of it and hoard the money. And we made the Big 12. I think it was like the Big 14, and then it became like the Big 12 or something. The Big 9.
How many teams were in the Big 12? Because I feel like it was like watching a team of 4 people.
3.
See, it was like, what are we doing? Like, why is this 3 lanes relays? Like, just slack it. Like, what a waste. But anyway, y'all in the SEC now for a while now, I guess. Much better conference. You make y'all actually have to try.
No, not really, but I get what you're saying.
But you pull out a dub. You pull out that win. And why can't Texas sprint still?
So this is my theory. I think that the Arizona State thing was the perfect storm for Bob. I truly believe this because you got to think about like what Bob does well with, and then Herbie. Like, ungranted, I just know what I see on Instagram, right? I haven't done any like deep dive into his philosophy or anything like that. I've talked to him a few times over like some technique stuff, one of which I saw him have Marshawn start doing. So yeah, that came out of Rakeley for his breaststroke kick. But it just seems like he's on that like more cutting edge, risk-taking coaching side of things. Bob? Whereas I get the feeling Bob is very structured, very distance oriented, and like you can't at UT now because you're just getting the top dogs now. Yeah. But with the way that the scholarship stuff used to be structured, there's no way Bob would have been able to win that without somebody who's on more of like, I'm not going to say the developmental side, but like getting you to actually swim faster versus training you, I guess is the right way to say it. Yeah. So, and then, all right, so then we bring it to Texas, right? I think that's missing now. So, it's not, you know what? Scratch that. I'll tell you why they can't sprint. Because winners pay the cost to be the boss. So I reached out. I'm not going to say to who. It's going to be pretty easy to figure out. To UT way back. And I was like, hey, like I'll come in and I'll teach you guys everything I learned from the Auburn stuff. Because I remember when I swam, I was like, if we knew what they knew, we would win every NCAAs by a mile. Like, because we get blown out the first day and then we have to fight back to win a title. And I asked to be paid like $2,000 or something to do it, right? And obviously, if they're worth their salt as coaches, they're going to be figuring it out. And then they basically pay me to teach them how to fish, right? You'll never have to see me again. $2,000 to learn that skill, that's a bargain. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want to pay it, right? Now, here's the thing. Pay the cost to be the boss. When I was coaching at a club team, if my kids did everything I asked them to do and they qualified for like state championships or whatever, and they couldn't get a suit because, couldn't afford it, whatever, you better believe I'm going to find a way to get them a suit. Whatever. And I came up out of my own pockets, for those suits. And because that's what it is. Like, I'm here to win. And I would be a complete fraud to not show that I am who I am, especially to a kid who did everything I asked them to do. Right? So, and it's not even, and like I said, it came out of my pockets. If I am a coach at UT and I get this opportunity and the university won't pay it, I'm paying it out of my pockets. Because winning's that important to me.
Yeah.
And you better believe I'm going to make that back in the future, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's why UT can't sprint, because Dax Hill tried to help them out, and they didn't want to pay. Everybody gets paid. The head coach gets paid. The assistant coach gets paid. I'm not going to say it's like the black man's got to be the one who gives it up for free, but it ain't going to be me, dog. It ain't going to be me, player. That's why they can't sprint.
Interesting. I thought you were going to go that route of they want to be known as the 200 freestylers and the American record holders and the blah, 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 and the we don't lift weights and all that other crap. But no, it's because they didn't hire Dax.
That's it. I brought it to them. I think it was 2020. They didn't want it. So, and I showed them a video, like their top sprinter, she's dragging her biceps through the water every stroke. And it's like, yo, I can come in and fix this right away. Nope.
And what people hate on sprinters so much, but what's funny is like sprinters are the most valuable people when it comes to an NCAA or an SEC meet.
Yes.
Like by far.
By far. Not even close.
They swim the majority of the relays, which are quadruple the points.
Probably and then all one, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All but
a free relay.
Even that one you could argue.
Yeah. Well, now the sprinters are, getting that range, but
right. But yeah, pretty much
100 free. That's every but one. Yeah.
Exactly. And then on top of that, so you do all those relays plus your individuals. That's everything.
Yeah.
You're worth way more than some, and they put so much value on like, oh, we got a 200 freestyler. Oh, we got a 200 IMer. He can do. It's like, okay.
Can you stick him on that relay?
Right.
And then it's funny because like I'll tell my kids, I'll be like, you need to get a dolphin kick, especially the short ones. I'm like, that's straight money for recruiting. Obviously, everyone's a full ride now, but it's like if you can dolphin kick, that puts you on potentially 3 relays, 2 medley relays, and then the short 50 free relay.
Yeah, sprinters win meets.
Yeah. And they get paid.
Get it together, Texas. But no, speaking of sprinters, I mean, Liendo put the spanking on these boys.
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
This is a swimflation, man. Like, you shouldn't just be seeing times like 39 and the 100 free and just being like, oh, yeah, that's a fast time. Yo, like 43 used to be legit. 42 was crazy. Yeah. 39? I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Dude, I still believe it. I think the training is a lot. Those suits, man, I'm telling you. I guarantee if you put these people in the suits that we wore, those little FS Pro garbage suits, there's no way they're going this fast.
Some suit company's going to have to send me a suit to try out because I'm not buying it.
But just once you know how awful those suits were.
Yeah, they were pretty bad now that I think about it.
It was just paper. Like, it's all it was. It wasn't even like, it wasn't. My first year when they got rid of the suits, we got FS Pros. Those weren't even laser stitched.
Yeah, the thread coming out as you walk on deck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Put us in a time machine.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then after that, it was the laser suit without the panels.
That's right.
Yeah. So there's no way they're going these times with those pieces of junk.
I still don't think that tiny piece of fabric, the jammer, is making that much of a difference, but we'll see. Somebody's gonna send me one, and then I'm gonna go swim at 18.9, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll talk. I already know. So
I'll come out of retirement.
But also, we'll talk about the women's meet now. Okay, yeah, we have it all in one. So the black girl actually did a little review on her too. MVP freshman Eva Okaro, and there's a girl at Tennessee. Tennessee didn't have any of their years up, so I have no idea what year she is. But these girls went basically 1-2 in both sprint events. Both went 45s, I think, and both went 20 points in their relays. So shout out to, those ladies bringing the real speed. What do you think about those times?
Like I say, man, this swimflation is. Do you feel like swimflation?
Well, here, I have a better question. What do you think about Tennessee as a sprint school now?
They've always kind of been like a sprint school, so it's not surprising to me. And I feel that way because swimming at Kentucky, they were our
they're your big rival, right?
Yeah, they were our SEC rival, but our real rival was Louisville. But
okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Louisville.
Yeah, but in the SEC, Tennessee was like our rival to some extent,
right?
So they always had some good sprinters, like who was on that team? Was that Octavio Alessi, my freaking arch nemesis? Then you had I want to say Giles was there for a little bit.
Yeah, Giles was there for his freshman year.
Giles was there for a bit. And we used to battle them back and forth on these relays. So they had always had at least a solid relay, but we would always get the upper hand on them. So, I mean, I think what's more interesting is that they're becoming more of like a black sprinter school.
Yeah.
That's more interesting to me than them becoming a sprinter school, because Tennessee, gross. Why would you move there?
Garbage truck orange. Have you seen that video?
No.
They interviewed this black Alabama kid who goes to U of A, and this is like back in like beginning of YouTube days, and he was like, "That is like garbage truck orange," and I was like, "Yeah, that's right. That the real UT is described as garbage truck orange. That seems accurate."
Garbage truck orange.
But speaking of the way we do things at Night Swim, having that big picture view. And I'm not saying this will happen. I don't think Tennessee has, I want to say the swagger, but it's not the right word. Something like that, though. When you think of teams who start out with and I think this is the way you build a team too, 50 freestyle, right? And the 100 free. Mm-hmm. I think of Mike Bottom at Cal. Mm-hmm. Where you're not really known for your other events, but Dewey Jagania, Anthony Irvin, then Dave Durden comes in, and they lose to us in 2010, running off relays and the 50 freestyle, right? And I guess they start recruiting in more people. And I'll never forget this. They brought in Coach Yuri, who at the time was Katie Ledecky's coach before when she was first starting to get her wheels rolling. And it was just they're trying to take our advantage from us. You used to clear as day. Texas has all these other things that they're storming back from us every day or after the first day. We need to temper this, right? And then, my my junior year, they win the 2 fly. It's a huge chasm between being a 50 free school and an NCAA champion 200 flyer, right? And then my senior year, they get a guy who goes top 8 in the mile. So that's what I like long term, what I see. That's a 13-year process between Bottom and Durbin. But it's once you get that relay or that 50 free down and those relays down, you really only need or I guess to take the step before you take the step, like 3 more events or 3 more swimmers that can do IMs and, a distance of race. And all of a sudden you're top 3, you're the fastest rising team.
Right.
And you have that, like we just talked about, you have that marquee event, 50 freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how you win. That's how you win NCAAs. That's how you win conference.
Yeah.
Relays.
So shout out to Tennessee. They might be onto something. They might be onto something. Cal had laid the groundwork.
But here's what I see. I see Tennessee going through that cyclical issue. Like,
You really do.
now that Jordan Crooks has graduated, Lamar Taylor's graduated. Now the last guy or Guy, however you pronounce it, Karib, he's in his senior year. Who's coming up after him?
These black kids. Damn, Elvis, you threw all the black kids under the bus.
Yeah, but I haven't seen them do anything yet.
I get what you're saying, but you did just throw all the black kids under the bus.
I'm not throwing them. I'm just saying, like, hey.
Who's next? All the black kids they recruited. Hopefully.
Yeah, one of them got to step up.
Oh, that's funny. All right. You have any more thoughts about SECs?
Slide.
But yeah, also, like I said about those 245s from those 2 girls, shout out. I love to see 45. Love to see it.
You think you go 45 right now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, definitely not. I'll probably go like 49, 48.
Ooh.
I haven't done a swimming workout since 2016.
Oh, you're super tapered.
Is that what we're calling it? Super tapered.
Could I go a 45 right now?
Yeah, tell that to Eddie.